Hey guys, welcome to Jesus Academy. And our topic for today is on what? Calculus. But this time around, we'll be discussing differential calculus using the general formula. So now, what's the general formula for differential calculus? You see your y is equals to your x, or probably ax to the power of n. And you'll be asked to differentiate it. It depending on the material you are using or the textbook. Sometimes they might tell you the y over the x, or if it happens to be in this function is equals to s to the power of n, then it will be what? F bar of x is equals to what? Therefore, dy dx is equals to, you multiply your n with everything, which is x, then you deduct your power by what? 1. Then if it's this, in as much as I've written it like this, then we will understand that it is what? It is a derivative, which is still the same thing, depending on the formats that you are used to. So now, without wasting much of our time, let's move into the question 1, which is if our y is equals to what? X to the power of 7. So you all know what to do. This is our n and this is our x. So that will be what? 7 times x to the power of 7 minus 1, which is equals to what? 7x to the power of 6. It's as simple as that. The same goes for this. So here we are having y is equals to ax to the power of n. Therefore, our derivative here will be what? N times what? Ax to the power of n minus 1. There are other ways they do it. Sometimes they might decide to single out this a and just find the derivative of x to the power of n alone. Either way, you get the same answer. So y is equals to what? 6x squared. Therefore, our dy over dx is equals to what? 2 times what? 6x to the power of 2 minus 1. And that is equals to what? 12x. Now, for this, anytime you find the derivative of a constant, it will always give you what? 0. So therefore, dy dx of 9 is 0. So you don't have to waste much time on that. Now, let's leave that aside. Now, find the function of x is equals to root x. If you remember in our previous video, we did this using first principle, and that really took most of our time. Now, let me show you how fast it is to solve it when you are using a general formula. So, if your y is equals to what? Root x, and you are told to find the derivative, that is the y over the x. Now, you can change this to what? X to the power of half. X to the power of half. Now, our dy dx is equal to what? 1 over 2 times x, then half minus 1. So that is equals to what? 1 over 2x negative what? Half. And in mathematics, whenever you have negative of a power, it means the inverse of it, like what we did in our function in our previous class. So therefore, our dy over the x is equals to what? 1 over what? 2 root x. It's as simple as that. Now, we are done with these two. I will be leaving this for you guys to solve. So you guys will solve this for me, and you write your answer in the comment section. Now, for the product rule. Now, there is a format for the product rule. So for the product rule, when you have your y is equals to what? uv. That's u times v. So if you are to find dy dx, our dy over dx is equals to what? U times derivative of what? V plus v times derivative of u over dx. Okay, let me put the brackets here. But if this is looking confusing to you, remember I said This is also derivative. You can also write it as what? Is equals to what? U over what? Remember, this is derivative of v plus v times derivative of what? U. Either of the two depend on the one that you choose to use in solving this. Now, let me rewrite this question, which is what? Y is equals to what? X plus 2, close bracket, open bracket, x square plus 3. So this is u and this is our v. So now for us to find our derivative, let's get our derivative of u. So we should differentiate this here. We'll be left with what? 1. Because if we differentiate constant, it will give us 0. And if you differentiate our v here, our derivative of v, this will give us what? 2x. I already have our u and we have our v. So easy peasy. We can just solve direct by saying our dy over dx is equals to what? U, which is what? X plus 2. And the derivative of v is what? 2x plus v. What is v itself? X squared plus 3 in bracket. What's the derivative of u? Is what? 1. Therefore, you can expand by saying 2x squared plus 4x plus x squared plus 3. And that will give us what? The coefficient of this is 1. That is 3x squared plus 4x plus 3. This is our what? Final derivative. Or, okay, I started with this. Therefore, let me end it with this. Our dy over dx is equals to the total of this. So we are done with this. Now, there's not much to say on product rule. In any question that you come across, for example, this, I'll be leaving. If time permits me to do this, I will be doing it. But if there's no time, then this will be another assignment for you guys to solve. Now, we are done with us general product. So this chain and curl rule, I'll be doing it together because they are synonymous to each other. Now, what do? We have y is equals to what? 5x plus 7 in bracket 13. Now, let us start using chain rule. So chain rule says that when you have y, therefore our dy over dx will be equals to what? Dy over du plus what? Times du over dx. So now what do? Let's represent 5x. Now let u be equal to what? 5x plus 7. So if 5x is equal to 7, therefore we can say our y is equal to what? U to the power of 13. So we can find the y over what? Du. Therefore, the y over du is equal to what? 13 u to the power of what? 12. The y over du is equal to 13 u to the power of 12. Now we cannot find our du over dx. So this is du over dx. Du over dx is equal to what? 5. We should differentiate this to give us 5. Therefore, we cannot say that our dy over dx is equal to what? Dy over du times what? Du over dx. So our dy over du is what? 13 u to the power of 12 times our du over dx is what? 5. 13 times 5 is what? 65. So this is equals to 65 u to the power of 12. And recall that our u is equals to what? 5x plus 7. Therefore, our dy over dx is 65 to the bracket 5x plus 7 to the power of what? 12. That is when you are using chain rule. Now for the core rule, this will help those that are doing OBJ or those that are writing JAMB or pursuit and they need to be fast with their solving. So if you are, I suggest you use core rule. So if you are using core rule, using the same question, which is what? Y is equals to what? 5x plus 7 to the bracket 13. So core rule states that you you find the derivative of the whole. You make this represent what? A single variable. After you make it represent a single variable, then you what? You differentiate normally. Then you multiply it by what? The derivative of the core value. So this is what I mean. Our dy over dx is equals to what? If you find the derivative of this is what? 13, right? 13 times the whole of this 5x plus 7 close bracket 13 minus 1. Then you now multiply it by what? The derivative of the core value, which is what? 5x plus 7. And that will give us what? 5. Therefore, can I say that our dy over dx is equals to what? 13 times 5 is still 65 in bracket 5x plus 7 close bracket 12. Can you see that we both arrive at the same answer? It's just that this core rule is like a shortcut for you to solve things faster. Are you with me? Now, this number 6, I'll be leaving it for you guys to solve. So this is your assignment. Then I advise you use both methods. You use both chain rule and your core rule for what? For both. Remember, this is also an assignment for you guys. So anyone I start there will be your assignment. This is your assignment. This is your assignment, and this is your assignment. Now, I'm supposed to give you this as an assignment also, but let me just solve it for you guys so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Now, I'm sure you guys must have taken note of this, so let me get rid of this. Yeah. So now, our y is equals to what? 4x squared minus x. Either I can put it in square root or, sorry, either I can put it in square root or you can just put it as the power of half. Now, how do we do this? Remember, you can also use core rule. Can you notice the similarity in both? You can also use core rule and it will help you out. Instead of you breaking this down and using the y dx and doing all sort of stuff, you can just, because this is power and it might really confuse you guys. So this is what I suggest to do. You can combine both chain and core rule. Let's assume you are in a hurry. So you can combine chain and core rule. Just say this is u to the power of what? Half. So if you differentiate this, it is what? If you should differentiate this, that will be what? Okay, let's assume I'm using chain rule. That will be what? Half of what? U to the power of what? Half minus 1. And that is half of u to the power of minus half. Which is equals to what? 1 over what? 2u to the power of what? Half. And that is equals to what? 1 over 2 root what? U. Can you see? Once you are done, then you can just move on. Remember, this is what? Our dy over what? Dx. So this is our dy over what? Dx. Then after doing that, you can now do what? Expand. 2 root what? 4x squared minus x. It's as soft as that. You can leave this as our what? Final answer. Are you with me? And if you are to use our core rule to solve this, you have remember this is in bracket, so if you differentiate this, it will give you what? 8x. This will give you 8x minus 1, and that might really take you through a lot of steps, but I can advise you to attempt it. I can advise you to what? Solve using our core rule like we have been doing so far. Are you with me? Now let us stop here for today. Thank you very much for watching our video up to this point. Thank you for liking and subscribing to our video. So like, share, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you very much.